Today's video is a walkthrough tour of the rebirth of Dynamax RV's flagship Super C. It's been on hiatus for about the past 10 years, but it's back and more impressive than ever. Chris and I recently met up with our friends and partners at Dynamax's Dealer Expo to take a sneak peek at some of their new and upcoming models. Some standouts were definitely the Isata 5 Extreme with its new desert paint job, and the all-new Oberon with 0 slides on the all-wheel drive Sprinter chassis, which Chris surprisingly was pretty drawn to. But we'll have a separate video on those two coming up, because today we focus on the big dog, the all-new and first look at the 45-foot Dynamax Grand Sport on the monstrous 600 horsepower Freightliner Cascadia chassis. All right, you ready to see our next home?
I am more than ready. I'm excited. And I like how you slipped that in there. Yes.
Wink, wink.
Yes, winky, winky.
This is the 45CB. It's 45 feet long.
Glamorous. Look at this floor. That's a showstopper.
I feel like I need to take my...
I feel like I should take my shoes off.
Whoa.
Whoa. Well, straight away, the dinette. I love the color of the dinette. The sofas, that's beautiful. You can see the cabinetry is also a great complementary color and lots of storage. The floor is just mind-blowing. I love the floor. Very beautiful. Look at this. Easy step from the cockpit, I like to call it, to the living area.
Nice.
Bunk space up here.
That's a really tall, big bunk. I like the window up top there.
Yeah.
Along with the big windshield too. We're kind of missing that windshield in ours.
Yeah, you get more view that way. Opposing sofas on opposing slides, so it feels very big in here. The TV is on a televator, which means extra windows behind it.
Love it.
I love this little slide out countertop, so when your slides are out, you get that extra bump. The kitchen just looks modern, very modern, state of the art, which I'm gonna dig into that stuff later. Refrigerator. You don't see these black colored refrigerators too often.
That's fancy.
And it's like standard residential style.
Residential 20 plus cubic foot. Looks pretty big.
Pretty big.
Some accent lighting.
Accent lighting. It's just like the details in here.
It's fancy. So I heard the AC kick on this really interesting like central duct system up top there.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I heard it kick on barely is what I'm trying to say. Like
normally when we're filming and the AC goes on, you have to go like shut it off and redo it, but we're just rolling through this.
Nice. In the bedroom.
Okay.
Bathroom. Is it a split bath? Oh, it's a rear bath.
There's so much going on. Wow, it's a half bath. It has a toilet, a sink, a mirror, but no shower in here. So I'm curious what else is behind us. I'm guessing washing machine? Yes, washing machine. We got a full stack, washer and a dryer. That's great. You have your little control panel here, which is always nice to be right by your door. So when you're on your way in, on your way out, you can do some quick shutting off of things.
Yeah, speaking of by the door, look at that coat closet.
That's nice. Whoa, it's big. The detail in here is beautiful.
Yeah, we're not used to walking through Super Cs or motorhomes that have a $600,000 MSRP.
It's expensive, yeah. It's expensive and it shows. Like you just feel luxury in here. And then a big bathroom. Look at this, it's like you're in a hotel spa.
That is fancy.
The slider door pockets, love them. Oh, wow, lots of cabinetry in here. Oh my goodness. Stacks on stacks. I have to like go through and explore everything in here.
Okay, that's a little quick sneak peek. Let's get into some depth. Oh, and at the end of this video, we're going to have Brian, the general manager of the Forest River Motorized, tell us what exactly went into this build.
What went into it? What sets it apart? What makes his eyes light up?
And yours.
And mine are popping on everything in here.
Let's talk about the Cascadia cab for a second here. You know, I kind of thought the Cascadia was just a, you know, kind
like
of
a standard,
just a semi kind of over the road type of big rig truck, but this actually looks kind of fancy, doesn't it?
This truly is a cockpit, you know.
Wow.
This is like you get in here and the driver has their angular control. That means when I'm driving and Aaron tries to reach over, I'm like, nope, you can't even see what I have going on over here.
How does it feel like looking over the windshield of this big rig?
I feel like king of the mountain on this. Like you can really see, especially like it's a full 180 panorama view. It's definitely like I'm in control.
So we'll have to ask Brian like what they added. Obviously the leather style seats they covered, but is that electronics? Is that part of Freightliner? That looks really fancy.
That looks really fancy.
Or is that added in? Like it looks really nice. I like that. I like like you mentioned, the transition or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very easy.
Okay, so initial impressions. It's a 45-foot luxury Super C, big diesel, huge space.
Yeah. It's almost leaving me speechless because it's a true luxury condo on wheels.
Yeah.
Very, like, everything just feels like it makes sense and you want to live in this thing. Like,
Yeah.
I want to live in here.
I've already hit my head on this bunk a couple times. It's really tall. It's about 6 foot. What you can do is you can push that open
For easy stepping in and out.
Yeah, so
like if you don't want to bend over and bend down, you can lift it up and just have I mean, I'm 5'7", if that
Yeah.
helps gauge.
So in our 34-foot C, we use that cab space, because we need to use all the 34 feet. But here, you're probably not going to be using it
Yeah.
as much.
You have
and
enough storage.
Yeah, you can just push that out of the way and get the big feel of the space.
So one thing that I'm noticing are these little control panels. They're everywhere, scattered throughout. So because this is a long coach, if you are on an opposite end, you don't have to come to the center or just one to do power. Like they're really tucked away nicely so that it's right where you need it. We really love the opposing sofas. Perfect spot for gathering, whether it's just two partners, like having their own spaces, or easily you could entertain people in here. 2, 4, 6, 8. You could have a dinner for 8 in here, no problem.
This kind of reminds me of like the big diesel Class A's you see with the vents in the sofa. That's kind of built into that to keep it all kind of streamlined and nice.
I would like to see the TV go down, which it looks like it obviously does. We just don't know how to do it. There might be a remote control somewhere.
Yeah, we haven't spotted the televator button yet.
But imagine having those windows in line with all these other windows. Plus you have the windows of the front, the windows of the bunk, and all these beautiful accent lights. It's very like just well lit in here.
Something I've never seen. You did find the button that moves the island or the little countertop in and out.
So right now it's very inviting. It's still a wide open space, but if you're doing something where you need even more space, you can get the whole entire floor revealed.
Yeah, it's a good 6 feet across.
Yeah, I'd like to see this with the slides in to see like how much walkable space you have.
What do you think of the kitchen size? I don't know how big a kitchen should be in a 45-footer, but look how deep it is. That is ridiculously deep.
There's a lot of space. So I am a huge fan of the induction cooktops because this is just more inviting, where if you aren't using your hot pans, you can use this for like little stuff around it. I think that the depth of it definitely offsets, like it's not a super long, but it's definitely long enough to food prep, to cook, especially once you pop this out.
Yeah, and it's big enough to leave that island out.
Yeah.
And the dinette is, a standard booth dinette, but has the great storage underneath. I believe the seats are the same as what we're used to. Solid surface, dinette table. I like the big window.
And it looks like that goes into a bed.
Yeah, campside. This is all campside windows here. Can't go wrong with that.
So we did discover the dishwasher.
Oh, you should have seen the look on your face when you pulled
You should
that
have
out.
seen my surprise. The dishwashers, they have been existing for a while. I don't know if this comes standard. It'd be super cool if it does. There's so much space in here for storage that you don't need to worry about sacrificing cabinet space for a dishwasher. Because in the past, that was always the thing that I didn't want to give up space for a dishwasher. But with this, you have the best of both worlds. You don't need to worry about losing space. The backsplash, It's different. I like it. I like how the darkness contrasts to everything else that's going in here with the colors. The fridge, nice space, ice maker. It's cool to have a dispenser for water and ice on the fridge. I love these freezers with the drawers so that it's easy to get to your deep layer, your top layer. Lots of space in there.
Starlink.
Aaron already said, here's the electronics cabinet.
Yeah, that's getting more and more common to see Starlink built into these RVs.
Rain jackets on a rainy day.
Yeah, you need that. Huge Dyson hookup in there.
This would be our Dysons.
Oh, there's outlets in there too. That's nice.
Yeah, easily put your vacuums, stuff for the dogs, dog leashes. Moving back into the bathroom slash bedroom, I like that this pocket doors, speaking about entertaining, you can close this pocket door, keep your own bedroom and bathroom private, and still have somewhere for guests to come use.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think a lot of people like that in their big RVs, that type of where you can literally close off your bedroom, have your own private master bath, and
you
still
can keep
have
your
that.
own, keep all your private stuff, bathroom separate, where this is going to be just nice and clean and empty for guests to accommodate. Put some guest stuff in here for them to use. And it's very much like a household, like a traditional house where you have people over and you can separate this off. Or if people wake up separate times than their partner, their partner can sleep with the door shut and still have a bathroom for the early bird or the late night person.
Yeah, our kids on the bunk.
Yeah.
And it's actually a pretty decent bathroom in there, but pretty decent size.
Yeah, okay, so the power button on the mirror is a light up vanity.
Oh.
I need one of these.
That might have been some feedback from we don't like the darkness of the bathroom mirror.
The bathroom mirror is always so dark, and this is like anybody who gets ready and wants light just lights up right there. I love that. I want one of those. Can we put one of those in ours? This bathroom, it's hard to share, but it is really big size for a half bath.
Yeah.
There's a water pump button in here, which I really like. I say all the time, every bathroom should have a water pump control.
I don't know why that's so hard to get the water pump buttons in the bathroom, but kudos, yeah.
It has it, yeah. Okay, washer and dryer. These are a little bit tight to get into in this position, but I think you figure out what works for you. So in this case, you'd have to have this door open.
Yeah, the hinges, I think those are like a 90-degree hinge. You almost need like 180 degree.
It needs to like fully flop open.
All the way.
I'm sure once you get your routine in, you figure out like the movement patterns that you need to make this work. It is a little bit tight, but
yeah. And this is I guess you could call this a prototype. This is the first one they've built. They literally said that it was done 2 days ago. So there's
a couple kinks to work out.
Yep.
If they could just get these to open up flat, that would be so much easier to use. You can't complain about having a washer and a dryer on board. Okay, big bedroom. I love the headboard. Carries that same color of the leather or whatever material it is. It's beautiful. Huge king bed. I love the little nightstands on the side. These ones, they're a decent space where you can fit water, phones, whatever.
Yeah, it's about twice the size of ours.
Of what we have, yeah.
And the windows are twice the size. I like that. They're big, tall windows.
I like that this little cubby board is a place to put maybe your charging stuff, if you have books, whatever you want to put in there. But what I appreciate is that it's used space. Even though it's tiny, they're not just ignoring it.
And this bed kind of looks like a full residential king.
Yeah.
Does it lift up?
Let's see. Nothing, no storage.
There's probably water tank under there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll let Brian talk about that. I know he mentioned that there is a 150-gallon single freshwater tank, like a single 150.
That would last a really long time. That would last a long time. Speaking of more storage, we have the hanging wardrobe in here. We have these little cubbies.
Those we kind of noticed as we pulled those out before. We're not 100% sure how.
I think this is a prototype figure out type of a situation, but if they were to just extend it so you could pull it out deep.
Yep.
Like put a double stack of these things on there.
Or the front face needs to be permanent in the back. You know, just there needs to be a little
Or
redesign on the...
even just leaving the covers off, so it's just a box cubby where you just have an open storage. I think that would be the best.
Or if they were shorter.
There's all sorts of things they can do.
Yes. Fireplace. I don't think it's hooked up yet, but I like that there's one in the bedroom.
I do think this opens up.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. I saw this little hand groove there.
Cool. That's nice. Good catch there.
Yeah.
We miss not having a fireplace. We use the fireplace pretty much every morning, but what we use now is our heated reclining seats.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah. I like having this cabinet countertop space. It's great to not only set down like your purse or anything that you're using, but I would use this for folding laundry. You have your washer and dryer right there. You can bring your laundry basket in and have a little folding station.
Yeah, and that's down here too.
Yeah. People might even sit on this.
Mm-hmm. Put your shoes on.
That's a big, massive drawer. Look at how big that is.
Yeah.
I feel like I could curl up into a ball and just shove into that drawer.
There's no lack of storage here. So, bedroom, can't complain about that. That pretty much has everything you would want.
And same goes for this master bathroom. This is, I don't want to say it's the showstopper because this whole entire coach is like glamorous. But when you walk in here, I just feel light and airy. I love bathrooms. What can I say? Shower.
Tall, big, wide.
Oh, still.
Oh, nice. Hey, they got built-in shelves. That's something that we appreciate.
I like that. The benches.
We had that in our fifth wheel. We never used it, but it was a nice selling point, I guess. Like it's, you know, if you ever did use it, it would be nice to have. But.
Yeah, look at this fancy shower head. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 nozzles. People seem to love or hate the glass showers. I personally like them because it makes it feel open. As long as you squeegee it after each use, it stays relatively clean. And then more storage.
Yeah, this bathroom has storage galore. It's literally at your feet, at your sides, behind the cabinet. Like it's literally everywhere.
And lots of custom little Easter eggs on
shelves and stuff too. Love it. It looks like they have 2 macerator toilets. We've never used a macerator toilet. I know they need to use those on certain designs depending on where the tanks are, but they are really nice, full porcelain.
But Aaron, look at this. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ooh.
I mean,
does that help? Does it work?
Yeah. You can't see my eyes, but my eyes would have like that beautiful ring light on it, like just illuminating. And even just having mood lighting, like at night when you put on accent lights, you tone it down and you get into like relax mode.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The bathroom, spot on. Love it.
Love
the
it.
sinks,
I
countertop.
love the backsplash that carries in through the
Same
kitchen.
one.
Yeah, kind of molds it all together.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron, when are we moving in?
Exactly.
So I'm here with Brian, the general manager of the motorized division at Forest River. And we're sitting in the Grand Sport, literally finished 2 days ago.
Yeah, maybe 3. Paint was a process because it was a new paint scheme, and so there's a little learning curve to it. But yeah, we scrambled a little bit.
So high level, sitting here, what makes you excited about this coach? What makes it different? And what is it about this coach that people need to come see or be aware of?
You know, my mindset, I love to throw the kitchen sink at stuff, especially when you have more money to play with on a higher end piece. I say this tongue-in-cheek, but like if we never went to the moon, we wouldn't have Velcro or Tang. Because, so you send somebody to the moon and we end up creating stuff. And so that then translates down into other stuff. So my goal is to have the same experience from like a 3 Series or now the new Oberon all the way up to the Grand Sport. And I say similar experience, obviously you have, it's a higher price point, so there's more stuff. But you shouldn't get rid of the intuitiveness of the product, how it gets used. It should be a similar experience. So I'm excited because we get, you know, not an open pocketbook, but we get a budget that we can do some really cool stuff. And then we can find affordable ways to do those in other price points. And so it really elevates the entire lineup when you can do something cool like this. And again, when I came on board, we were just phasing out the Grand Sport because we were curved sidewall, which I know a lot of you want to bring back. The tooling on the Cascadia was changing. Our tooling needed to change, and so it really went away. We were waiting for that to happen, and then of course COVID hit and we were too busy, and then allocation was an issue. So I'm excited just to bring back the Grand Sport. That was really the flagship vehicle of Dynamax. Yeah, it's so new. I don't know if we named it yet. I think we do. It's a 45 something.
CB, I saw.
CB? Perfect. I don't even know what it stands for. Maybe Clemens Bryan will make it. So it's 45 feet. It's a basically a twin screw. So both axles in the rear drive. They have power to them. The Cascadia is designed, again, primarily for towing. So it's going to have a 30,000 pound hitch standard on it. It's going to have 3,000 pounds of tongue weight. It's going to have glad hands in the back. So a lot of people that are towing bigger vehicles want to have air brakes or an air. I think Air Force One is what's most common or very common, and so everything's plumbed back there for that. The dash itself and the way the cab is set up is very, very driver centric and giving you like the wing dash, great displays. Like this is their modern take on the semi. Yeah. And it's a beautiful chassis. Like I literally will drive by and sometimes like I'll see, like I think in the new Lexus SUV, the Defender from Range Rover, like certain things turn my head, and weirdly enough this Cascadia does. I'll see it out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, it's Cascadia. So this has been exciting to get back into the market of this, and also to play around with like paint schemes. So this is one where Dean Laux, we've had him do the bulk of our design. We switched over 100% to him not that long ago, and this is one we reached out to him personally, and we wanted his personal touch on this one. And so this was his design personally. Like he has a team that does stuff, but we bounced some things back and forth. We did the gold pinstripes, which I thought, okay. And then I saw him and I fell in love. And what I would love to do is like a signature or an artist series where we can do like a matte finish. And my paint shop says they hate me for that. But if you ever see one of these things painted before we clear it, it's beautiful. And I really want to do that, but it's so hard to repair a matte finish. But maybe a few beers and my paint shop guy will let me do something. So one of the cool things is because we deal with a lot of racers, or we did back when we were building the Grand Sport, they need tank capacities to make it through a day at the track where you don't always have hookups. So we've got 75 gallon on the gray and black, and something that we did that's unique. I get beat up from boondockers all the time because they want every single drop of water. Like they're putting flow meters on it, and when you do the inlet and the side, or like some other people will do two 75 gallon tanks and a crossover tube. Well, my background's engineering, so I'm doing the math of the surface area of that tank and the little bit of 1/2 inch or 3/4 of inch of water that can't get crossed over. So I tasked the engineer here. We wanted a 150 gallon tank with a top mounted inlet, and then I wanted my outlet or drain, so we reduce it down, we kick it down, so that A, you can drain 100% of the water when you're ready to winterize or park it, and then B, it's got a 1.5 inch gate valve, so you're letting a lot more water out, and you get 100%, and it may actually be 100.02% with a little kick down.
Oh. Yeah.
But we did that because our customers, that's what they're asking for. We know what they're going to be doing, and they're going to be using that flow meter to make sure they can get 150. Yeah. And you will get 150 gallons in this tank, one single tank.
Tank space is always a driving factor for us. Yeah.
How about the solar and lithium you have planned for
The solar on this one, I think we are, and again, the specs are very fluid. I think 800 watts of solar. I think we have 4 panels. We're just around 500 amp hours of lithium batteries, and our goal is to option double that. So to double it, I think it's 800, we go to 1600 watts of solar. Again, my engineers looked at me like I was a little crazy because they're like, we're going to have to build it 5 feet longer. But I always feel like there's room. Like every guy with a TV on the fireplace or in a cabinet, you're like, it can be bigger. Like there's a 1/2 inch, we're like, we can go a 1/2 inch bigger. Yeah. Even on your 31KS, I'm trying to, I go, we could put another panel right there. Yeah. So
actually, I was just up on the roof a couple days ago.
Yeah.
2 panels will fit easy.
Yeah.
Without any modification.
Yeah. Everyone makes everything so it's easy. It's easy.
Just slap it on.
Who's going to be the first one to take it out?
I don't know yet. We've had a couple of wild ideas. Like one of our dealers wants to have somebody fly in on a helicopter and pick it up.
Whoa.
We've had, I want to take it out. I guess we'll see the opportunity because we've got, obviously this show, and then I'm gone for a little bit. We've got Tampa Super Show coming up. So I don't know the answer to that, but I have taken every new floor plan out, so I sort of have dibs, and I guess I'm the guy that says. But if someone came along and was like, we really want to take this out, like our Oberon, one of our sales guys will be in it before I will be, but I encourage that. Like, I try to leave units available for our guys, so they can take it out whenever they want. I think you get the best feedback when you're in the vehicle using it.
Yeah.
I think we're one of the few sales crews and manager teams that actually RV. I know that some people are starting to get into that, but every new floor plan I typically take out because that's how you learn the best. And then also, you guys actually pointed something out to me, which I love seeing also other people do stuff, because I know how I camp. And I just had this conversation with someone that's like, this should be an induction cooktop. And I know you guys use them. But then someone else comes along and says, no, induction draws too much power in your boondocking. We want LP. And so there's sort of, everybody camps a little bit differently. But for me, a lot of times, because I'm at rallies or it's winter and I have the windows closed, I'll be at a campsite or a camp park, regular hookups or whatever. So the off-camp side isn't that big of a deal because that's where your neighbor is. But it was your guys' video on sitting there in BLM land saying, you know, look, and luckily we got the windows mostly right on that one.
Yeah.
But you're like, you could see out of all these windows from this spot. And I'm like, this is not the view I get to see most of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so that's where that inspired this and the Europa S. Let's do bigger windows and let's make sure we have big windows on that off-camp side.
Yeah.
It's not really off-camp when you're BLM or surrounded by mountains.
Yeah, I love the televator you guys put in because there's a window behind it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
For us, most of the time that TV would be sitting in the down position.
Yeah.
And you get the best of both worlds, you know.
I said the same thing standing in here. Where you stand, you can get those windows, the full, like those windows there are great. And then all the way around you get that, and then plus these accent lights, it's just super well lit.
Very bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I really loved the vanity mirrors with the push button light.
Yeah.
It's those little things that get me.
And again, that was also inspired by you specifically, where you were in the 31KS and we put the light sort of behind your head.
Yeah.
And you're like, if I'm in here in the vanity mirror, like, I don't have any forward-facing light.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little bit different. Like, I'm weird because I love those little hotel. My wife thinks I'm very weird, but those little hotel magnifying mirrors.
Yeah, she has one.
I love those things. So I just got one, and my wife laughs every time she walks in the bathroom because I'm like, well, I could see if I had a little gray hair. But, so it was that video when you're like lighting. So we moved the lighting, engineering moved that lighting forward so you had more forward-facing light. But I also said, what about you look at all these not selfie rings, but yes, if you are doing the ring lights, so that you get a natural light, you know, have shadows. So that was perfect. And again, not settling for just perfect, we go a little more perfect. That's getting heat too. So if you're in the shower and you're creating steam or whatever, it's going to be heated. So now you don't have to worry about coming out and the condensation on the mirror.
That's great.
But the light I thought was great, and you can take credit for that.
Yes.
That literally was your video that prompted
And
that.
I even looked in it and I said, look, you can see the ring light on my eyeball. Like, it's perfectly lit up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we noticed it right away. It was very light in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Which is perfect.
And again, everybody camps differently.
Yes.
And again, I have people all the time like, we need to do king beds. I'm like, I love my wife, and I don't have a problem sleeping close to my wife. Why do we need a king bed? Like, she can already roll away now. She can roll away twice on a king. Until, again, I saw someone camping, and they have bigger dogs, and their dogs sleep with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so we immediately said, this needs to be a king bed on another product that didn't have a king bed. So we're retooling right now for king because everybody camps a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And we need to do our best to accommodate all those different styles, whether it be boondocking or off-road, off-grid, or racetrack where you need more fresh water. And again, the exciting part for me as a kid in a candy store, I loved Legos as a kid, but it lets us take all those little pieces and then piece them down into other product. So it's exciting times.
Ever wonder where the name Irene Iron Travels comes from? It's actually named after my online fitness and nutrition coaching business, Irene Iron Fitness. I help people move better, feel better, and eat better with strength training and real food. No fad diets, no harsh restrictions, no counting calories, and absolutely no processed food in a package. If you want to get stronger and feel better at any age, check the description below for the links with my new client special. or join in on our next and upcoming group challenge.